Hello there, it is me again, third day in a row, last one of the weekend. Today I will be streaming Secret Neighbor and doing a roadmap discussion and a few other topics. And I'll be talking about it with both GenixYT and NateEMG, so that'll be fun. Nate's not here yet, but Genix is, so you'll have us two until he does arrive. And yeah, I think that's basically all the main details. Hope everyone's doing great in a minute. I'm just trying to get my Secret Neighbor open. It's taking its time, but yeah. Hello everyone on the stream though. Hello neighbor player, hello Diamond, of course, hello Genix, hello Dim, hello RT, and hello, I'm not 100% sure how you say, oh, GCat, there we go. But yeah, I've just got a couple things I need to quickly do, and then we should be all good to go. But yes, as I already said, hope everyone is doing great today. Thanks for posting the link at what do you call it? The stream, Genix. That's definitely helpful. Alright then, well in that case, that should be us good to go. I just need to put my graphics settings down in Secret Neighbor so my computer doesn't explode midstream. And then that'll be us, and then I'll undeafen. We can play some Secret Neighbor, and if anyone wants to join in, of course, that'll be possible. And yeah, and obviously voice chatting will probably be off during this stream. Probably won't be using proximity either, but yep, I think that's basically it, I think. Oh, that shouldn't be on the screen just yet. Hold on, take that off. You weren't meant to see that just yet, but there we go. You are going to explode. Thank you, Freg. And hello, Bandy, and hello, Drac. Alright, I'll just turn on the background audio as well. So Secret Neighbor shouldn't be too loud, and then I'll just undeafen and see how this goes. Yeah, Nate's still not here yet, but moving on. There you go. Hello, Genix.
Hello.
Oh. Oh my god, it has. Actually, it says it's been 13 months that Freg's been Jazz Crew. Although only just, it said you just joined, which might not be correct. Don't think you've just joined, but yeah.
Hello, Nate.
Oh, Nate actually got here. Good job. Didn't expect it. No offense.
How are you guys?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm gonna eat a sandwich.
Please don't. Oh, I've just seen a lobby and it says join Jazz Crew if you can. That is very nice, whoever did that.
It's probably
I think that might be
probably the same guy as yesterday.
Yeah, I think that is, because it looks like the same. It's got the underscores as well.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be playing today because my headphones died. Oh, not so good, Dim, but that's alright. This new Dead by Daylight update looks crazy. God. I've seen a lot of people comparing it to Dead by Daylight since the update, and I haven't played it much, but I'm assuming they have made a few changes similar.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, it was RT. Well, anyway, I think we'll just make a lobby, and once we've at least got that part sorted out, we can just jump straight in.
Alright.
So yeah, obviously you two get priority for playing.
Yeah.
So,
wow, I get special priority? That's
what I'll
really
do
nice.
is I'll send the password there, so you can join first, and then I'll send it publicly. Lobby's just going to be called Jazz Boy, just to make it simple. And then, yeah.
This boy.
Hey.
Indeed.
I'm doing, I need to, yeah.
Okay, are you going to be joining us for the first round?
Yeah.
That was a very confusing
I need to
sentence.
upload my video.
Oh, have you not even uploaded? I thought you said it was coming out today.
It is. It's just been finished rendering.
Ah, alright. Yeah, that'll be fun. I might, you know what, if your premiere page is up in time, I'll link it and I'll have to redirect because I get to judge stuff, which is fun.
You get to judge stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
that'll be so good.
When are you planning the stream to end? Like, maybe in one, wait.
Basically about 1 hour, at 8 PM I'm expecting. Well, that's
About
9
1
for
hour.
you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So have
Well,
your
then
premiere
yeah,
start
that's
like a
my
couple minutes
usual-
after and that works.
Yeah, that's my usual upload time. Whatever.
Perfect. Well then. Nate, do you want to join in the first round or should we just open the lobby now? It's up to you.
Oh, you guys can go around.
Alright.
While I do this.
In that case, there is the lobby password for anyone who wants to join in. It's 3344. So just use that to join the match, and we should be good to go. And I'll put the thing on screen now so we can go into amazing
There we
discussion
are,
on the
guys.
Secret Neighbor roadmap.
Yes.
I had to go find my my
roads
notepad
of
document that I
maps.
typed out like 2 weeks ago. Where is that? There it is. Oh, I just
Right.
re-downloaded it. Okay.
Which game is your favorite in the 6th, 8th?
I know which one mine was, but all right.
I hate that that it's the beta we're judging
Oh
here, not
damn.
the beta 1.7.
Well, hello there, Mad Eye Yokai. Nice to see you. I honestly wasn't expecting that, but good to see you. Yeah, the one and
Adam,
only.
Hello.
Great to
Wow,
see you.
that's great.
Yeah, welcome to the
I
stream.
like that guy.
Absolutely.
I think I
I
know
I think
him,
we all
actually.
do.
Oh no, it's gone now. I think
What?
it was the neighbor mask, wasn't it?
Ah. Right, well, we should just be able to hop into a match, I think. And yeah. So,
Yeah, let's do it.
shall we just start at the winter update then?
Yeah.
I think autumn probably don't need covered because I think everyone will already know what they added.
Yeah, see,
So,
what if you're a favorite of Mad Eye Yokai?
well, I'd be very flattered if that was the case.
He just pops into streams, but he never, like, without your knowledge. Or
I'm
whatever.
always very flattered. Alright, so winter update. Yeah, so first things of all, anyone who has seen the roadmap video might already know some of the changes we talk about, but if you have anything you want to add to discussion or anything like that, just literally let us know and you can type it in the chat. Okay, so first of all, winter update this year will be getting a lot of to be revealed content, so it looks like this might be a pretty big update, the winter one.
Yes.
Because like they're definitely keeping some stuff secret, and I feel like if it's being kept secret, then it'll definitely be something big. I think we should be getting we are definitely getting the Snow Thief reveal, which hopefully means perhaps a brand new event. For all the
Yeah.
seasons. Okay, that's good. So there's a lot of content for all of them.
Okay, exciting.
That'll definitely be great. But yeah, so it looks like we will be
Yeah,
getting the Snow Thief reveal, which will be cool.
I'm so incredibly happy for Hologryph for bouncing back after, they faced difficulties at the start of this year.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so nice to see the game back with support. And the scale of the Halloween update was so unexpected. Like, it was for all platforms. It had so much new content, and it really made me happy because the game is in such a good state now. And if they can do that again with the winter update, then it's just going to be so good.
Is there going to be
Absolutely.
a winter update?
Yeah, there's going to be a winter update.
Oh.
Did you not know about this?
No, it's I haven't read it yet. I've been too busy. Okay, I've been too busy.
All right.
Uh,
Well, this will act as
sorry.
us informing you of basically everything we're talking about. But yeah, considering like the amount of crazy stuff that has happened this year, it's not only amazing that we're getting back to updating, but that there's like a pretty clear plan of like, going forward with the game.
Oh yeah,
And
they know what they want to be doing.
yeah. Like, and all the changes do look really good. Like, I think
Yeah.
Secret Neighbor this time next year will be in a totally different place, and I bet it'll definitely be a better one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And
Snow
it's
Thief
also really
reveal.
exciting to get the snow back. I'm so
Oh my
excited
god,
to see
finally.
snow.
I know. And I definitely hope that, I'd like to see snow stick around, I think. With the new weather system, I feel like it'd be great to see, like, snow maybe have, like, a chance to
yeah.
appear as well. Maybe, like, daylight, how it's kind of rare and maybe on one map. I think that would
Yeah.
definitely be pretty interesting. Because,
I
I mean,
keep forgetting we now have rain, so
yeah.
with the snow, yeah, okay.
And the craziest thing is that I'm sure a lot of people will know this, but we haven't seen snow in Secret Neighbor since 2020, which is kind of crazy. Like, that was the
Wow.
last time we saw it. And that was like, God, it feels so long ago now.
Mm.
So it'd be great to see that. And then I think we're also going to be having a look at the Inventor rework. So,
Oh,
for those of you
yeah.
Inventor mains who think your favorite class needs a little bit more ability, then great news for you. It looks like that'll be coming up in the winter update as well. And from what I remember from the Halloween special, it looks like there might be a new ability for the Inventor, or something like that.
Oh.
And yeah.
Yeah, it seems really interesting. Like, reworking. I don't think we've ever had a class completely be reworked. We've had the Braves ability had like they added a few rules to it, like if you get
Yeah.
caught, it resets the progress of your 3 hits. But that wasn't really a rework. But now, hearing about this, I'm really excited to see what they do because, you know, it's a whole character. There's a lot of potential.
Absolutely. And I think this will probably be the biggest update to a class that we've ever gotten, because it's like a full-on
Yeah.
rework.
Yeah.
And I think they've definitely,
Oh
like,
my-
they've chosen a really good first class to go with.
Yeah.
Gotta give Inventor some love. Also, are you in a good situation there? I heard you screaming. I'm assuming you're dying.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? Oh, did you get the
So
glitch where you
I-
just die out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that, I think, yesterday.
Okay. That was scary.
It's going
I
well,
just
Crystal, and
screamed,
you haven't
"That's
missed much,
missing."
Cameron. No, I heard you screaming. I was thinking, oh well, he seems pretty calm. He's probably fine now, but nope.
Yeah, no, I was just so shocked at the Inventor rework. Like, it seemed so interesting to me. I screamed.
Oh yeah, streamline's notification. Actually, that might be what I forgot to do. Let me check. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. There we go. Yeah, and then also, I think the other thing we're getting, and so I'm going to have to check. I get muddled up what's coming next. Oh, that's it. Yes, so some new daily quests will be arriving in the winter update.
Yes.
I think mainly we'll probably be looking at new quests for the classes that have been introduced since quests were released. So that's probably, I think that's Ghost and Guest.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I think all the quests were added in what that would be like the start of 2021, so that was quite a while ago.
Yeah. The spring update, I think it was. It was the same time they added the coupons, not the coupons. The
Oh yeah, that was it.
arcade tickets.
God, that was so
yeah.
long ago actually.
I know.
But it still feels like almost a new feature to the game.
Yeah.
So that'll be great. It would also be cool to see, like, I think this was actually recommended on the Halloween special where like this is where it's coming from. I think someone mentioned it'd be cool to see more challenges that are less on completing the game's direct objectives and more on like completing like mini challenges as a class. Because like a lot of the challenges right now are like find keys or win a game with half of the locks intact. But it'd be cool to see. I think one of the ones that someone said on the Halloween special was having like a guest leap challenge, see how far the guest can leap in one go.
Yeah.
And I think that would definitely, like, that's a good example of how you can spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. I think on the topic of that, that would be really nice to see like a constant evolution of challenges based on new additions to the game. But I think for me, this isn't really related to daily quests, but it would be nice to see a few new achievements for the game. Because obviously there's only 10, I think. So yeah, maybe that's like a future thing.
I mean, absolutely, because I think most people I know have completed the achievements already. I haven't. I'm not good enough to do that, but I think definitely, considering how crazy the game has become in the last couple of years, some new quests to make it a bit more challenging would definitely be good.
Yeah.
And speaking of quests and just progression in general, moving on to Easter, or the Spring Update 2023, I believe that is one of the additions we're going to be getting, so progression system in the game. So that'll definitely be something that I think a lot of people have probably suggested in the past. Also, did I just revive the neighbor? Oops. I've not been paying enough attention to know who it was. But yeah. So progression system, I imagine that'll probably come in the form of maybe a leveling system. Something like that where you can level up.
Yeah.
And I think the words were develop your character, which does lead me to believe it might not be only cosmetic things you unlock, but perhaps upgrades to abilities and stuff.
Yes.
I just think an interesting one is I think every class at the moment except Scout has their own quest ability, so like Bagger can get a 4th slot. I feel like that would be cool to see the progression system maybe unlock that instead of having it per match, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think also this is technically moving forward to summer a little bit, but one of the things I heard is that the progression system might also lead to the whole skill-based matchmaking, in the sense that once you level up, to make it more fair for players who haven't, you'll be put with those who have. So I definitely think if that's the case, then that's a pretty fair reason to add it in.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What was I going to say about the progress system? Oh yeah, it's nice to see that they're considering changes like this or additions like this, because at the end of the day, it's all about having an incentive to play the game. You know, it's fun to play the game for a few matches just alone, but when you've got challenges or leveling up systems that give you rewards and let you progress in the game, that adds to the fun because you know that when you complete a match, you'll be getting something for it.
Absolutely.
So
I'll,
yeah, I mean that's coming in spring potentially. So that is just, I mean that's only a few months away really. So I can't wait.
absolutely. And then I think with spring that'll be, oh yeah, the new Brawl mode. So
Oh my god.
yeah, I think
I
Brawl was
I
introduced a
screamed
while
when
ago
I
as well.
saw, yeah, that
Oh yeah,
when
the
it was
Butcher one.
revealed in the Christmas Secret Neighborhood news in 2020, I think. I
Yeah.
screamed. I'm so excited for this.
I know.
I am so excited to just have a team of people using the meat hook.
I know. So yeah, for those of you who are a little uninformed, during the, I think it was during the testing phase for Brawl, oh, I've been caught. There was a mode that we got a little look at where it was, I think it was called both Hook Wars and the Booyah mode. Yeah, that's it. So the Booyah mode is 6 butchers all trying to hook each other to the other side of this platform, and it definitely looks like a lot of fun and kind of wacky to see 6 neighbors, but I definitely
Yeah.
think that'll be a lot of fun. So I would definitely like to see that in the game. And yeah, I think Brawl in general has a lot of opportunity, especially if we do get, well, I think, yeah, we already have to feature to make our own, you know, Brawl maps and stuff with game modes. And it'd be crazy if
Yeah.
eventually we can make our own game modes as well.
Yeah.
And talking about making our own game modes, leading us on to the summer update, we do have the possibly, I think, one of the highlights of the roadmap for me, which is Level Editor Plus. So after, I think, well, almost, might even be already have been 2.5 years, and by the time this releases, it'll have been almost 3.
Wait, hold on, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you out of,
Oh.
are you out of the loop?
I'm done now. I'm freaking done.
Oh, all right. You know what? We can make another lobby for anyone who wants to get in. Also, I will be
I need
changing up the
to-
password, so.
I need to start Secret Neighbor. I also need to. I also need to
Oh.
put up the roadmap here. You guys were talking about level editor plus.
Yeah, we're on summer
Yeah.
update at the moment. Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah.
lobby's not gone,
Adam
so
just asked an interesting question.
let's see. If you guys
could make a mode, oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, you can read it. That's all right.
If you guys could make a mode similar to Booyah, what other abilities would you use? Oh my god.
Well, we've already got Slingshot Wars, and I think that's definitely
Yeah.
that's the first one that came into my head, and then I remembered
Yeah.
it does exist. I do think just because I do think maybe it does need some changes, maybe a cooldown. But the Brave's baseball ability, like hitting objects back and forward, would be quite fun.
That's what I was just thinking. That is,
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. That is genuinely what I was just thinking.
There's like definitely a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah. Now, another Brawl mode that I think would be really cool is I know we already have Prop Hunt, but when they announced Prop Hunt would be coming to the game, I thought it would be like your traditional, like half the players are seekers, half the players are props. So if they could have a way of implementing that instead of just the one prop, I think I'd really like that.
Yeah, I definitely think that's basically what I was expecting with Prop Hunt as well.
Yeah.
I was either imagining it to be half and half or have 1 seeker and 5 props.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Prop Hunt could do with a wee bit of a change, but obviously that's up to the devs themselves.
Yeah.
And yeah, but for Level Editor Plus, I mean, it is crazy that, you know, and by the time this is introduced, it'll have been 3 years into Level Editor's release, or like beta testing. And it would be great to see more customization, maybe some more, like, I was thinking what Level Editor could do with his tools, it's like copy and paste and stuff.
Yeah.
More build tools, and obviously I'm sure there'll be tons of more customization by then. The chance to make bigger or smaller maps, use whole new types of like walls and floors and items and all that in your maps.
Yeah.
It'll be great, especially for you. I mean, lockup, like damn,
Yeah.
even with Level Editor being a little bit limited at the moment, I think once they do improve it, that'll be great
Oh
for
my
you.
god, yeah. It would be really nice to revisit that. Because the level editor is amazing. It's such a privilege to have a tool like this in the game where you can quite literally make your own house. But I think the biggest, not complaint, but the biggest problem people have had with it over the past 2 years is that you can't quite make maps as official looking as the maps that have been made,
Yeah.
you know, in the game's engine by the developers. So to have more flexibility and versatility in the level editor would be quite amazing. That is something that a lot of people would value. So I'm really excited for that. Like that's coming potentially summer next year. That's really not far away. That's less than a year away. So that's going to be really exciting.
Absolutely.
Should I hop out? Should I just begin making level editor stuff and just scrap my fan game?
Oh, don't do that. Well, maybe do both
No.
actually.
I wish you could make cuts
Yeah, I'm only
in
joking.
Secret Neighbor.
And while we're actually on the topic of level editor and all its opportunity and all that, I definitely think something that I would absolutely love to see, which was it's already been mentioned before, is the in-game mod editor. So I think this was brought up in 2020 that mod editor was a potential almost addition to level editor, or maybe its own separate thing. And it wasn't mentioned on the roadmap, but I definitely would like to see that implemented at some point.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would give you even more flexibility in terms of, making your own style of game in Secret
Absolutely.
Neighbor, or own style.
And imagine if you could
play.
make like custom classes and all that. Like that would be phenomenal.
Oh yes, I can make my own class finally.
Just makes like literally just takes Brave and makes it more overpowered.
Yeah.
Oh no.
God.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I was gonna say hit that ready button and let's play.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, so Level Editor Plus, I think definitely the highlight on the list for me. And then that's not even all for the roadmap. These are changes that are expected within or planned with a specific update. But we've got, I think, some of the bigger changes are being just worked on simultaneously and will make their way into the game at some point. And the first one, which I think will definitely be a good discussion, is the new UI that they're working on. So the UI was updated during the alpha beta phase. But technically, since full game, we haven't received any updates for the UI. So
yeah, the UI that we have now, it works, right? It's functional and it doesn't look bad. But to have an even bigger polish, or maybe even a complete rework of the UI, would give the game just a more finished look, I think, because sometimes the UI looks a bit clunky when things. But the big buttons are fine, but when you go down to the smaller level, or like the quest screen is just in a little tab in the bottom of the main lobby. I'd rather things have more of a set place on the
absolutely.
menu.
And I
Just so
definitely think
it's more user friendly that way.
Oh yeah, I think definitely we need a bit more consistency with the UI, because most of it's great, but there are a few things that could definitely need an update. And then another thing is that obviously the game has come a crazy way since release. I mean, we've got some new lighting changes and stuff, and quick interruption. Thank you for stopping by, Mad Yokai. That was great to see you. Thank you for that one, Adam.
Yeah,
And,
it was amazing to see you, Adam. Thank you.
And yeah, we are definitely excited to see the future of Secret Neighbor. I mean, it looks amazing so far. It sounds amazing. So that'll be great.
I'm so excited to see where everything goes. It's just amazing to see all of this planned.
Indeed. But yes, thank you for stopping by the stream.
Yeah, take care, Adam.
Indeed. But yeah, so I think with how crazy the game has come along the way, we've got massive lighting changes, all these new maps. I mean, we started out with one map for about almost, I think, probably nearly 2 years. And here we are now with 2 houses, almost like 3 houses, a facility, and an amusement park. Like, that is crazy. So I think with the whole theme of the game evolving, I think a new UI would definitely be a really cool addition to see added.
Yeah. It would be a welcome addition, I think, definitely.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would definitely agree that it's not overdue, but definitely something that we've always been keen on and would like to see in the game. So yeah, and then I think the next change, I don't need to take a look at this because I've memorized this, is improving the sound system. So at the moment, obviously,
the voice thing.
Yeah, so at the moment, I think for sound systems, probably referring to voice lines, soundtracks, and ambience, and all that.
Well, what about the in-game voice chat?
And well, obviously, that'll definitely, yes. I think that could do with a little bit of an update. Obviously, the proximity chat feature is great, but definitely could do with some improvements. I think for a start, I think having it be not quieter but less like limited distance would make it easier for the neighbor to plan stealthy attacks.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, the best way to win his neighbor is to be kind of just like combat based and fight. Whereas, you
Yeah.
know, I think a more stealthy, like the ability to have a more stealthy approach would probably suit a lot of players better, myself
Yeah.
included. So,
And at the end of the day, it's your house. You shouldn't be creeping around your own house.
absolutely, like, you know, you've got to just, you know, go straight for it.
Yeah. With the sound system, this is a bit trivial, I know, but one thing I noticed is the new voice lines for the neighbor don't fit well with the ghost really, because the ghost's laugh is really echoed and kind of reversed almost, and
Yeah.
that fits. You know, obviously when he's in his ghost form. So to have similar effects on all the other voice lines would just it would make that a bit more realistic as well. Well, realistic. I mean, it's a ghost, but it would fit better.
As realistic as possible, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I think in general, I know we've already received updates to the ambience, but I do, this is just a personal opinion, but I definitely think the ambience also doesn't really fit with the game in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. I think the original ambience, this isn't meant to just be like one of those bring back the old ambience arguments, but I definitely think the old ambience fit the game more. And I think something similar to that would probably be a good improvement overall.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
The layers work so well on the old one.
Oh yeah, the how it like got more intense was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think I really like when music does that. How you always have that one track playing, but it gets more and more intense as the game gets more
Yeah.
intense. I think something like that would be a great addition. And obviously for voice
Yeah.
lines, as you were saying, I think definitely I don't think the kid voice lines needs much updating, but for the
Yeah,
neighbor,
I
I
think they're-
definitely think we do need some tweaks. Because
Yeah.
it's almost as if like the voice lines don't really match the neighbor, really.
Yeah.
Like the noises are quite different to the voice lines, so I definitely
Yeah.
think maybe some improvements on that would be better.
And
And
the shush emote, like I don't know whether anyone else feels the same way, but it doesn't sound as high quality as the other ones in
Yeah.
terms of the sound of the mic. I think the one from the emotes update trailer would be perfect.
no,
but
actually,
it
I was
depends
just
whether
gonna
that-
say that. So
Yeah.
the shush sound from the trailers and stuff, I think sounds much better than the emote in game,
Yeah.
and I think that they should probably add that one in.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
and
you
of
can
course,
almost hear- oh, go on.
oh
Yeah.
no, you go first.
I was just gonna say you can almost hear the neighbor laughing in it. It's a bit more character. Has a bit more character to it. Than
Yeah, it's almost
what we've
like
got.
in game it's kind of just like shh, whereas
Yeah.
in the trailers it's almost like you can hear that smug sound in his voice, like you're going to die. I've won the game.
Yeah.
It's over. So I definitely think adding in that tone of voice almost would be good. And yeah, what I've just seen in the chat, definitely I think the menu music has to come back. That's just
Yes.
like we love the just knock myself. We love the Halloween theme. It's great, but I think I would really like to see, okay? We've had 2 Halloween themes now, and they normally stick around over Christmas, but I think because we're still using the
Yeah.
2021 theme, I would love to see a Christmas remix of the
Christmas
main
theme.
theme this year.
That
Like,
would be amazing.
I think like
That would be good.
I think there's so much more, there's like a lot of opportunity having like a Jingle Bell sound effect maybe or something like that for the main
Yes.
theme.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Christmas music, I mean,
Right,
we've already
right.
seen the composers for the game can do great with music. Because, I mean, I think all of us have probably heard the, oh, nice shot, the Christmas Alpha theme at some point, and that music was great.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, we've had Halloween music it's been over a year now, so
Yeah.
I think maybe some Christmas
Christmas
music
menu
before we
music,
head
that'd
back
be
to the
amazing.
classic for the rest of the year would be really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah. But yeah, so I think
Yeah, I
that's...
haven't heard the classic music in a while, man. In this game.
Yeah,
It's
the
been
last time it
over
was
a
in the
year.
game was the amusement park update. That is crazy.
Wow.
Jesus. And even then, like,
Oh my
I
God,
listen
it's
to it
been that
now,
long.
and it sounds nostalgic, which probably isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Considering it is the main theme of the game and the
Yeah.
other ones are seasonal.
ambience, I understand that. It's like, it's an old, you know, audio that isn't in the game anymore. But the main theme
Yeah.
definitely should not bring back memories just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that was a good discussion on sound system actually.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of improvements that could be made. And just before we get to one of the bigger ones, I think we'll probably just do a wee skim over the improved console controls, because that won't need too much discussion, but that is one of the things on the roadmap, improved console controls, so for controller and stuff.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm not a controller player myself, but it's very common that all the people who play on controller have said that they're not the best and they're not they're not the most comfortable.
Yeah, I've played Secret Neighbor on controllers, and it's not. Yeah, it's not really. It could need some changes. I don't know.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works better to play on keyboard.
yeah, it definitely it's just more option and stuff, because there's a lot of keybinds you have to memorize in this game. Like there's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I do know that probably we would need some class balancing before this could even be considered, but someone did mention in the Discord server yesterday that it does sound like with improved console controls, they might be considering an aim assist. Maybe just to try and keep up with, obviously, keyboard and mouse being much more efficient for attacking people. Also,
Yeah.
quick hello to everyone on who's come by the stream. Sorry I haven't paid much attention to the chat. It's lovely to see everyone.
In fact, adding on to that, if they ever add quick game crossplay between all platforms, including Steam, then that would work in the favor of console. I think having a slight aim assist, because as we know, it's really hard to aim with a joystick compared to a mouse.
Yeah.
It's much harder.
Yeah.
It is.
You have to
I
have
think
your sensitivity way high.
when we do eventually get crossplay, they need to make it so that controller can keep up with PC.
Yeah.
Because I think definitely a Brave on PC versus a Neighbor on controller, that sounds like hell, to be completely honest. Or like Scout would be even worse.
That needs to also be done before they can do. Or do they want to do like more like no, what's it called? Oh, damn it.
Do you need a minute to think about this?
No, but like crossplay. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a plan. It's not on the roadmap, and that did make me wonder a little bit. But I do assume that they'll probably expand it, because right now, and I've got this memorized, it's PlayStation with Switch and mobile, and I think Xbox is with the Microsoft Store version of Secret Neighbor.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And I think that might actually be it, which is kind of
Steam
crazy.
Has no crossplay.
Yeah, Steam has nothing.
It's
And I do know, I do know that one of the reasons for crossplay not being a thing at the moment is, well, obviously the inability to do it, but also the fact that Steam does have one pretty big difference that none of the other consoles have, and that is level editor. And it only works because of the workshop, and for custom games, that would definitely, but I think it would be as simple as making a feature so that custom game lobbies for official maps are separate to ones for level editor.
Yeah. You can also set if you're gonna create a custom map.
Crossplay then.
Yeah, and for create. Sorry, you were saying it?
No, I was like, I was thinking like if you could create a custom game, you could choose like which platforms you want it to be available to or whatever.
That would that would be a pretty good idea, because no hate or anything, but I wouldn't. I think if I'm on PC and I had to put my life in the hands of a player on mobile, I'd be a little scared.
Yeah.
Because then you can make it Steam only, and you don't have to have those bastards in there.
Jesus, Nate. No offense to anyone who doesn't play on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Moving on from that one. Now this I think is probably one of the bigger discussions we're gonna have, because it's one that I like discussing anytime. So balancing characters and character reworks just in general.
Yes.
Where to begin? I'm gonna let you start this one off, because I've no clue.
Yeah, so as we've seen in the past, Hologryph, in terms of introducing new classes, well, I mean, the only example is the Ghost class, but that's another story, I think. But in general, they'll take advice on how to balance classes. The Halloween update of 2020 came with so many changes that were requested by the community beforehand, and we haven't seen an update that big with balancing since. So another update like that, I mean, we've got the Inventor rework on the way, but another big update that's more general with all the classes would be really nice, because currently the neighbor classes or just playing as the neighbor in general, if you're against experienced kids, then you are going to have a hard time even catching one person. And the ghost neighbor is especially bad for that. His health is extremely low in some circumstances.
Yeah, but I think that's because he has to kind of balance it somehow because he has the ability to fly around as well and stuff like that. You have
Yeah.
to balance it, and I think that was like.
I think just
trying to
in
balance it.
general, you know, right now, like, it's not that they just need to nerf kids on its own. We need a lot of changes overall, but it is quite literally that the neighbor is always going to have a disadvantage. Doesn't matter what classes it is. Like, there definitely needs to be some pretty big improvements to characters and classes and all that. And
Yep.
sorry, just before we hop in, I am going to make another new lobby just for people who have been waiting.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we are a wee bit tight on lobby space, guys. So if you do manage to get in for a game, maybe just at least wait one round before rejoining. Because obviously,
look,
us three are
soft
in
to
at the moment.
Jazzy. Wow.
Yeah, so the people who were just in that lobby, please refrain from joining for this game, just so some new people can join.
Yeah, just to make it a bit easier. And you guys can join. It's the same password, but as long as you two get in time, it's all good. And if anyone does need the password,
where is
I'll
it?
repost in just a sec.
Oh.
Do you see
Everyone
it?
forgets the password in 10 minutes.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll repost
Got
the
it, okay.
password in the chat just for anyone who needs that. Yeah, it's not even just the fact that it's the abilities that need working, it's just generally the line between kids and neighbor that definitely needs some big changes because like, if you're a neighbor, it doesn't matter what class you're using or how good you are, you're very rarely going to do well against all 5 kids.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely need to do some kind of thing. Like, I have no clue what it could be. The closest I could think of is maybe making it so kids' abilities don't work as well when they're with other people, but it doesn't really make much sense, so...
Yeah.
I think just in general, we do need something to just blur the line and make it a bit more, you know, fair for both sides. And it's just the fact that, like, the neighbor is one character and the kids make up 5, and one kid is still probably good enough to beat the neighbor. Like, the neighbor needs to almost have the strength of 5 characters, and I think that's a big improvement they need to make.
Yeah, just what Random said here in the chat, that kids shouldn't even have a chance as a solo against a neighbor. I agree with that. I mean, there are a few players in Secret Neighbor who you come across that are absolutely amazing at the combat of just throwing items at the neighbor, and they can deal with the neighbor completely on their own. I'm not as good as that, but I can certainly put up a fight, and I just don't think that should happen when you're facing off a character that should be way more powerful than you.
Absolutely. It's like, even with the scout class alone, this is like the first example you think of. A scout versus the neighbor, all they have to do, and unless it's a scary neighbor, or even if it is a scary neighbor, just fire a few pellets and you've got like the speed boost and the neighbor stunned and you can just run away. Like, and that leaves the neighbor basically like do that once or stay and fight, and the neighbor either gets left behind and doesn't get the catch or just dies basically.
Yeah.
So I definitely think they need to make it so the neighbor is stronger and is able to take on one kid easily, and the only challenge he faces is with a group. Because right now he faces a challenge with one kid as long as they're using any class that has any self-defense whatsoever, which is like half of them.
Yeah.
I mean, even Bagger can jump off the roof and not get himself knocked out, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, that is so stupid. You jump off the roof and he's like, only loses like half his health. It's mental. And yeah, and I suppose at this point, I will just ask you two in general, what class 3 works do you think would be good? You two? Any ideas?
Oh, so the first class I would like to see a buff, not necessarily a rework, but a buff would be the Ghost, as I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
But I'd also like to see some changes to, I think, I'm not sure actually. I think Bagger, as we were just saying, that definitely needs to be balanced with the fall damage. But I can't really think of any other class that really jumps out at me, especially with Inventor being reworked.
Yeah, Nate, have you got any ideas?
Well, I don't really know actually.
Any classes you think might need a little update?
Well, I guess I don't. I don't actually know.
Well, I think definitely I'm reading some stuff in the chat, so I might go over a few of the opinions I have. I think I think mainly the thing they need to do is minor changes to each class almost. Like they don't have to completely rework them, but like here's an example.
Yeah.
Brave's ability to deflect items should have a cooldown. Once you use it, maybe you have to wait another 1 or 2 seconds. You know, they really need to make it so you actually have to rely on timing it right and not just spamming it.
Yeah.
And I also think, this might be controversial, but I think Counter-Strike should not be earned from hitting the neighbor with an object directly, but from deflecting objects back at someone. I think that would make the Brave
Yeah,
a bit
that's
more of
true.
a balanced class, and I think I
It
saw
wouldn't be as
Freg
easy to
say,
get.
yeah, so for Bagger, I don't think he should have that ability. Or maybe if they had to remove ability, maybe the one that makes the neighbor way slower when having him picked up. Because how can someone who survives fall damage from any height and has a giant backpack, like, it's almost like the traits don't fit together.
Yeah.
It's like if
Yeah.
Detective could find photos and also use a baseball bat. Like, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I think definitely
I
a
know,
pretty...
same.
I think just... Oh no.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Oh my god, the fridge is just... Like,
Well,
that's
I'm
another
using
thing that we need.
strategy next time I
Yeah.
come across a fridge.
Balance the fridge. This is
Yeah.
another major character
Next
that
thing on
needs
the roadmap,
reworking.
please balance the fridge doors.
Yep. Balance
That should not
objects.
happen.
But yeah. I definitely think every class... I mean, Inventor's already getting one, but I think every class could do with something. Another idea I had
Yeah.
is I feel like... I think Guest is probably, I think most people would agree, the most balanced class. And I think Butcher could almost do with a slight... I think his Butcher hook needs to be able to reach further. Like
Yeah.
it already has pretty incredible range, but I think at this point it should just be able to go as far as it needs to go. Because, oh my god, the fridge does work. What the hell? That's a pretty great strategy. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, Butcher I think needs... I think his hook should just have as infinite range as possible, because it'll hit a surface eventually. But I really think they need to make
Yeah.
that hook, like, really powerful, because that's, like, that's basically his main ability. Plus, his crow ability, I think, definitely is a little bit lackluster. It's helpful in some scenarios, but let's be honest.
Yeah,
like,
it's easy to tell,
yeah,
especially if the crow's already there.
especially if
the
it tells
real
you
one.
to go into the neighbor room.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I don't think there's a key in there.
About the Butcher, actually, you were just talking about a rework of the hook. I think having a bit more of a realistic animation on the hook would
Absolutely.
be welcomed. Like when you throw it out, yeah, I'd like to see the Butcher physically pulling the hook back, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't hit something, the hook kind of like flails around until it gets back to his wrist.
Oh, absolutely.
If it catches a kid, it's more of a physical like pulling animation and then grabbing the kid rather than just the kid teleporting with slight movement.
I definitely think it would be interesting, like, if they really should make it so the hook is powerful, but really does rely on your accuracy, because if you miss, you'll be
Yeah.
you'll probably have to stand still for a minute reeling it in, and that gives the kids a chance to fight you.
Yeah.
And I do also think that, you know, I think in general, every neighbor class, like, the Clown's smoke bomb ability is one that is easily recognizable, but even that
Yeah.
doesn't feel as effective anymore. I feel like it should probably be a bigger area that it affects. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a smoke bomb, you know?
I can't remember the last time I actually got knocked down from one.
Yeah, like, it's just, like, right, even though you can't see that well, it's quite easy to just find the door and leave. Like, they should
Yeah.
either make it more powerful or have it be a bigger radius, so it's, like, genuinely difficult.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and I think, I mean, God, what else? I mean, Ghost is
I
just...
deflected that.
Ghost is just a whole
Ghost is
topic
just
on
down
its
the
own.
bottom.
Yeah,
Why is
Ghost
the neighbor
is,
so freaking aggressive?
to say it in a nice way, the Ghost is a terrible class. Not the concept, but the actual ability itself. Like, it is awful. You know,
Yeah, life,
like,
please.
it's a pretty unique concept, not the Ghost itself, but the abilities are pretty good. But it's just the
Yeah.
fact that, like, even in the most recent update, they nerfed the Ghost when they probably should have been working on buffing the Ghost.
Yeah.
And I also think they buffed Bagger, which again,
is
they
there
should have
a
been working
tree
on
in here?
nerfing the Bagger. But I definitely think, like, in general, and I think Scary Neighbor, this is a pretty big topic, but I think the first two neighbor classes were clearly made with stealth as a possibility in mind. Scary Neighbor has bear traps and Clown has the camouflage disguise, and also Scary
Yeah.
Neighbor has the disguise ability as another player. But nowadays, let's be honest, neither of them are super helpful. Bear traps can be pretty efficient in a dark room, but like
Yeah.
it's very easy to tell if a player is the real person or not. And the camouflage ability. I mean, how are you not going to notice the giant mustache on the box in front of you? You know?
I know, it's yeah, if you've been playing the game for more than like a day, then
Or
you
5
will
minutes
tell
for that
the
matter.
well, yeah, 5 minutes.
Like once you see it for the first time, it's instantly recognizable, and yeah, that's the thing. No one is secretive anymore because in this day and age, there's no point. Like we have 3 classes now that are basically not even stealth based at all. You know, I mean, maybe the crow ability is slightly stealthy, but Ghost and Guest have nothing stealthy whatsoever. They're all based on
Yeah.
combat and fighting and attacking and stuff.
On that note, I think it doesn't for you to be secretive. Obviously, catching kids one by one in a stealthy way it takes a lot of time, and the absolute speed that the kids can unlock the basement door just doesn't match up with how playing neighbor was originally meant to be played. I'd really love to be a neighbor, but by the time I figure out my strategy and figure out my plan of action, suddenly 4 locks have been unlocked and the game's over.
Absolutely. I just think in general, classes are... We've got such great concepts, and I don't want to say this in a rude way, but it almost feels like instead of balancing the classes, their solution is just to add a new one. Because let's be honest, they could have stopped at Butcher and thought, alright, time to improve things, but instead they added 2 more classes.
Yeah.
And at that point, I understand that obviously the ability to have different playstyles as neighbor is fantastic, and obviously people do want to see that, but they really do need to focus on balancing the already existing classes.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe Detective and Inventor, especially after the rework, obviously, are fairly balanced, but I don't think any kid class in general is even half is I think every kid class probably has double the skill of the neighbor.
Yeah.
Like maybe not Detective, he has no self-defense whatsoever and is basically useless, but every other class, like even Inventor can craft a rifle, shoot the neighbor, dead for 20 seconds. He can open gates and stop the neighbor from having those kind of attacks. And all that, and Leader can just revive 5 people at once and act like nothing happened. And can blind the neighbor for long enough for literally everyone to leave, get keys, open the door, and win.
Yeah.
Guys, I know how to fix.
Oh, that's
how to make this game. How to make this game a bit better to play.
Yeah.
They should add a leveling system.
We already talked about that.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that earlier. That's coming, mate. That's coming next year.
Leveling system will be arriving in spring 2023.
With a skill okay.
That's what we meant by progression system. That's like leveling and stuff.
Francesco said.
I just read that, and
only 1 key.
I just read that, and that is a really good idea.
Default. Yeah.
Like it is ridiculous. I think the most recognizable room for this is the map 1 attic. Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
The roof and attic alone, I have found 6 keys up there sometimes. The attic should have 1 and the roof should have 1. That should be 2 at the maximum and not even 2 every time.
Yeah, I looked at the roof, kind of like roof part, and in the 2 chests, I found 2 keys.
I know, it's even possible to find, in a chest of drawers or in 1 chest, you can find multiple keys.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
Oh, RT, would you prefer ToniBG to nerf the Ghost Neighbor class or the fridge? Well, after what we've just witnessed, I'm going with option 2.
Definitely.
Nerf the fridge. I died to that flipping
Why would you want to nerf the Ghost Neighbor even more? He already dies in 3 hits and can't do anything. The Ghost class is the definition of useless. It's only good for cinematic shots if you want to get images and videos and stuff.
I like the Ghost's abilities. It's a really cool class, but in gameplay, it doesn't work because of how underpowered he is.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna make another lobby again, but yeah, you can continue.
Yeah.
Same password as before, guys. 7788. Genix and Nate, please get in first. It's up now. Gotta get in fast because it is quite popular demand.
Okay.
You can do it, guys.
Hopefully.
Oh, one more spot.
I'm in. Oh, network connection failure.
Oh god.
Oh.
All right. Do you think you'd like to just do discussion for one round?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Make sure you
We
get in
have
this
to
one
be, we
afterwards.
have to be super, super duper fast to join these things.
I know there's
know.
like there's quite popular demand to get in.
You have to have
Uh,
laser speed.
Actually, I don't want to be too rude, but do you think you would mind maybe hopping out for this one alone, Dim, just because you were in the last? Was Dim in the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were in the last one, do you think? Yeah, if you just hop out for one round, someone who hasn't gotten in yet, feel free to join.
Was Freg here
yeah.
before? Oh, no, I don't think.
Oh.
Oh, Genix.
You know what? Okay, yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
back, guys.
I'm trying to memorize the
Hey.
people now. How can you guys? I know well, I'm not. People probably notice this. I'm not playing well at all. I'm just walking around doing nothing, and I cannot.
I unlocked 3 keys, or 3 or 4 keys last round.
I think I can't remember what map were we even on last round. Oh, it was map
Oh my
4.
god.
It was
Map
map
4? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it
was
was the
map
fridge
4.
thing last game. I
It was the
forgot.
fridge.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm trying to concentrate on talking, and I just got the neighbor.
Oh my god.
I've not been
All
there
right.
once.
You know what? I'm
Right.
gonna go to the
You can
roof and
just-
show off the guest. In the meantime, let's continue the discussion.
No, you can just go around and be spectator,
Is
climb
this
on
map
walls.
2? Oh, I thought this was map 1. Oh, I'm very odd.
It's
Okay.
map 2.
Yeah.
Wait, who the frick just threw something at me?
Yeah, so balancing classes just in general. Fix, that line, kids, like, one kid should not be able to take on the neighbor at all. 2 kids should have a very tiny chance. 5 kids,
Yeah.
that should be where you have, like, the whole point of the rescue squad concept is that it's 5 kids versus 1 neighbor,
Yeah.
Like, if you're with 5 friends, you're sticking together and one of you is a traitor, you're not just gonna, pick up a box and start beating them to death. You're gonna want to help support each other and get away.
Yeah.
So just general, balancing classes and stuff, and have that be one of the main focuses, I think, because as soon as that problem is solved, the gameplay will already feel much better.
Oh,
But anyways, that was a good discussion on that part.
what should we move on to?
Well, I think next up would be new characters. So this isn't anything new. We've already seen several new neighbor classes. And I do believe there's plan to add more. I know one of the suggestions at the moment is it's kind of similar to a kid class, and everyone will know what I'm talking about when I say this. An engineer neighbor,
Engineer
right, okay.
neighbor.
and I'm assuming that might have something to do with Hello Engineer, the game that is just
It's a
there.
neighbor who can build cars.
Well, I did see a
Run and
concept
bump
for it.
people over.
And if I'm right, I think the concept was actually by Neighbor Games moderator Kamit. I can't remember because I remember there was like an animation with it, and I don't know many people who can do that. But it
yeah.
was like the ability to break down doors in one hit, or like just have the power to like
Right.
rig stuff and all that.
You should have
Okay.
a giant robot arm, so you can just.
Oh God, no. PTSD to bloody Hello
Do
Engineer.
a collaboration with Marvel, get the Infinity Gauntlet, just vaporize
Oh
the
God.
kids.
Oh my
maybe-
God.
maybe a
Thanos
bit
neighbor
violent.
class. There we go. Thanos neighbor class.
That's a neighbor class.
But yeah. But I think the more interesting part to talk about will be, and it's not been directly confirmed, but I think on the Halloween special, it was mentioned that they would take into consideration new kid classes. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we've not ever seen a new kid class, not since Easter
Yeah, that would
2019 when
be
they were
interesting.
added. So, I definitely think with 6 kids and, well, I think it's been confirmed that we'll have at least 7 neighbors. Because they said that there's more, like, there's at least,
wow,
I think they
okay.
said neighbors on the way, which would kind of imply 2.
Yeah.
So I definitely think they need to start adding some new kid classes. We've gotten 3 new neighbors in the span. Well, we basically get a new neighbor every Halloween now. So why don't we get a new kid class every summer or something like that?
Yeah.
Every spring, something like that. And
That's
yeah,
true, actually. I didn't even think about that. We've had a new neighbor class every Halloween.
indeed.
Yeah.
Because the summer beta was clown, obviously, but since then, every Halloween we got butcher, then ghost, then guest.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna get next Halloween? Probably engineer.
Is everybody rushing to search everything first?
Having new neighbor classes would, well, it's making a new kid class rather is much harder, I think, than a neighbor class because obviously we know how overpowered the kids are compared to the neighbor.
Absolutely.
So they'd have to get things just right on the first release of it before, well, just to make sure that it actually fits in the game. Because anything slightly overpowered would just destroy the neighbor every game.
Yeah. Like, I definitely think we should probably hold off on adding any new classes until the rework, but
Yeah.
I think once that's out of the way and they have a little bit of a better idea on how to make the kid classes, like just how to create them and make sure they're all right, I definitely would like to see some more interesting abilities because, I mean, obviously, I think we've got some that are pretty interesting, but at the same time, I feel like the leader concept is not very interesting. Like, she has, well, all she does is run. Like, let's be honest, she runs. That's her main ability.
Yeah, it's
She
not the most captivating
Yeah, like
gameplay.
she gets stunned for half the time, but like she's the leader of the rescue squad, and all she does is run. Like, I guess she's meant to be motivational, but like compared to Inventor, who can craft items and mess with gates and stuff, that is like, and Inventor's getting a rework, so I think Leader needs a rework too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think for new kid classes, I mean, there's so much
Leader should have a
opportunity.
baseball bat.
I don't think so. I think speed and strength, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely think, right, if they were... Here's just a slight idea that just came to me, right? So, you could have it, so proximity chat, I mean, proximity chat is proximity, and assuming they did make it so you... I think they should make it so you at least have to be in the same room as someone to hear them.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I also think that it'd be cool if everyone has, like, a radio or something, and only leaders can, like, speak on it, or something like that. So,
okay.
like, leader has the ability to talk from far away. Like, I feel like that would definitely, because like if someone's at the bottom of the house and someone's getting killed on the roof, you aren't going to hear anything. But if it was a leader, she'd be able to say, you know, I'm dying, help.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Signal help.
Yeah, signal help. Should have said that instead.
But maybe not that calm.
Yeah, help, guys. Seems like I'm dying.
Screaming.
Yeah.
I'm dying, guys.
The only problem I could think of that is having, like, 6 leaders. Although, this does lead me into a discussion, right? And I don't know how this would ever be possible, but I'm just going to say it. I think if we are going to get more kid classes, we should have it limited to only one type of kid class in a match. Very controversial, I know that, but having, like... I just think that we're never going to get to the point where people don't just want full lobbies full of scouts and baggers and leaders. Like, I think for quick games, not customs, but I think for quick games, it should be limited to 1 per thing.
I agree with that, actually.
Again, the whole concept of the leader is that she leads the rescue squad. But what if you have 6 leaders? Then how does that work? Who's the boss? Like, they really need to, you know, configure it a little bit and just figure out how to, you know, make it almost like, I don't want to say realistic, but kind of.
You need to figure out who's the real boss.
You get, or even you just get a role assigned to you at the start of the match.
That might not even be a bad idea, actually.
Like, you're a kid, you are an inventor. You're a kid, you are a bagger, and whatever.
Actually, you know what? That's actually, I really like that idea. Having it be randomly assigned.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That's that's actually a good idea.
You can have that as like a game mode or like a thing you can select or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe.
and obviously they can still keep the menu with editing cosmetics. They just have to do a slight rework, so you're not choosing the class. You're just browsing the classes, having a look at what they do, and editing the cosmetics.
Absolutely,
because then you have to learn to play as every class.
Yeah.
Because you don't know which one you're gonna get.
Well.
Yeah.
I would definitely say I think Neighbor should be a one you can choose, obviously. But I think for kid classes, definitely randomization is really important.
Yeah.
So yeah. The only thing I could see as a problem with that is obviously if you buy cosmetics for a class and then don't get to use them as much, but this would obviously take ages, right? But I think so you can't directly do this, but I think every cosmetic should have a male and female variant and it should fit all classes.
Yeah.
So like if you buy a zombie outfit for Inventor, I feel like it would just be better if that I feel like that would be a good idea, add in, or even just making it a new feature so you can buy like outfits that apply to every class.
Yeah, right, okay.
So something like that I think would just be a good idea for that.
Wait, why can you open the power box?
Actually, this is something we forgot to mention with the Inventor rework, but I suppose we're still kind of onto balancing classes and stuff, or kind of on there. But for Inventor's new ability, this was hinted at. It looks like the Inventor will have, it doesn't know it'll be a crafting mask or something, but something that basically, I think, protects him from the guest stun entirely. So
Ah,
the guest's
okay.
ability to stun players and cause them to drop their objects doesn't look like Inventor will be. Maybe it just means that he won't drop stuff or something like that, but it looks like they're definitely
Yeah.
adding something.
What's happening down
Right,
here?
okay.
And plus, actually, I do feel like that makes sense, because Inventor definitely seems like to be quite an organized class, you know, like he keeps his
Yeah.
gears safe and likes to craft stuff, so him
Yeah.
dropping stuff. And maybe they'd make it so if you didn't have this buff enabled by like crafting something, you drop all your gears when the guest stuns you.
Oh,
Like,
nasty.
that would definitely be a fair thing to add.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. I'm not even paying attention to the game. Oh, I'm the neighbor. Oh wait, I already knew that. Never mind. Okay, this just goes to show how terrible the gameplay is, but how great the discussion is. But yeah.
Get on it. The gameplay's been great.
Let me double check. What are we actually on in this thing? Oh yeah, we were on new characters. Well, I think we've probably mainly done that.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
time for potentially the biggest change to the game, or one of them, and has already been confirmed will be the longest change. So this is not, I think the expected, not really expected, but the idea is that this would probably release in winter 2023.
Yeah.
Is the major graphics overhaul for the game. So as people will know, we have a lighting change basically every year at this point. We had the pre-alpha lighting, which pretty much resembled Hello Neighbors pre-alpha. Then we had the iconic blue lighting, the one that not many people liked, but I, for one, definitely would like it back.
It's my favorite by far.
By far, yeah,
I'll
I
agree with
agree.
you on that.
And then we had the dark Halloween lighting, which I didn't like that much. I know it was controversial for a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people were like, okay, we can't see anymore.
The main thing for the Halloween
took away
2020
my
lighting
seeing
was
permits.
you had like this white light projecting from you at all times. So when you were close up
Yeah.
against walls, it looked really ugly.
It wasn't really good.
Yeah.
And I think the
Right, fair
lighting right now is pretty great, but I think once there is a graphics overhaul, I think we definitely need it updated.
Yeah.
I do think that this is currently a weather type, but I think that we should always have fog outside, or at least some kind of mist that makes it so you can't see. Because right now, like, it's hard to see the other side of the garden, but like I would be able to notice the neighbor, like, glowing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because the neighbor glows bright bloody red when he's catching someone. Now that is stupid. Remove that, please. Like,
That's true, actually. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, and also, actually, sorry, we're just going to bounce back to neighbor for a little minute.
Yeah.
These are changes I've discussed with several people. I know Random's one of the ones people I discussed this with a lot. Is that I think the neighbors in general shouldn't die. Like, they should be able to get stunned, but I don't think they should ever have the ability to die and then have to respawn, because that does not make sense in any way. And I also don't think they should be limited with stamina. I think they should be able to run as much as they like, jump as much as they like, or maybe have a cooldown maybe, but...
Yeah.
And then also, I think the other thing I said was they should have the ability to block with their hands, because that was a previous feature in the
Definitely.
alphas, and I think in the beta as well.
Gutted it got removed.
Yeah, it was a great idea to let the neighbor block objects and stuff. And it would also, I think, having the ability to block as a neighbor would be really good for Brave versus neighbor fights. The Brave can deflect objects, but then the neighbor can block them.
Yeah, there's just at the moment when you're fighting, well, a Brave especially, like you just said, there's just no counterplay for the neighbor, apart from try and hit them back or run away, which the neighbor should not be doing.
And that's who used to get rage. I actually didn't even realize that, but damn. But yeah, like, I just think in general, like, and also just imagine, like, that would make group fights much more, like, because you've got, like, in a 1v1 situation, this would make, like, the Brave would never be able to get Counter-Strike because the neighbor would just be able to block. But in a fight with 5 kids, that would make Brave more efficient. Should be able to get it easier because the neighbor is having to deal with several other attacks at the same time.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, like, it would be a great feature to see introduced.
Yeah.
Break.
And yeah.
Is so freaking weird.
Guy.
Yeah, we'll take a quick
In the
forward
game,
back to the graphics overhaul. Yeah, I think definitely new lighting. And I know this is definitely controversial with the community, the mixed art style right now.
Yes.
So off Secret Neighbor's release, it was Hello Neighbor 1 graphics, that was it. With maybe 1 or 2 things slightly different. But now we have Hello Neighbor 2 mixed with Secret Neighbor. Sorry, Nate, you were saying.
No, the neighbor player guy is a freaking douchebag.
Oh god. Well, anyways.
There are many people in the community who are like heavily invested in the different art styles. So
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm okay with it because it doesn't look bad. But I see what they mean, and I see how they don't like some textures being really low resolution, others being really high. Like for example, the guest right now,
Yeah.
looks really good, but compared to the other neighbor classes and other cosmetics, it it just puts all the other textures to shame, really.
Absolutely.
So I get what they mean about the mixed art.
Guys, am I really going to win a game as neighbor where I've not done a single thing?
I've been searching everywhere for keys. This
Oh,
whole
damn,
time.
never mind.
There was no keys.
I know, I took them all and I put them in the corner.
God knows what was happening in that match. Honestly, good for you. That was funny. Hey, why am I being beat up? I'm trying to get into the basement, guys.
What did Jazzy do? Leave him alone.
Neighbor player is a freaking douchebag.
I'm out
man.
here.
He's just going down to his basement to do some washing.
Shut the door.
Yeah.
You didn't
gonna
get
do
into
some
my
washing.
bloody basement now. Beat me up while I was trying to enter.
My God.
Hello, neighbor diaries asset. Okay, no. Here's what I think they should do for, Oh. Thank you, Freg. You can enter my basement. That doesn't sound right. You can come in my basement. You're welcome here.
That's no problem. Even though you just broke into it, but whatever.
That's
I love
actually
how
another
abrupt
thing.
the screen looked.
The blocking ability could be like Brave's deflect ability, so if you block, you can set back at someone. That's not even a terrible
Yeah.
idea. I think if that was the case, it would need a cooldown. But... Oh, you were
Yeah.
offering a free kill? Oh no, it's fine. I didn't want to kill anyone that match. Anyways, yeah, we'll make another lobby now, just before we continue the discussion,
Alright.
because we're great at discussing stuff, and then I have that faint moment where I remember, oh yeah, we're playing Secret Neighbor as well.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this lobby to disappear now. Leave
But
the Jazz Boy
The
lobby.
main thing is the discussion.
He was
though,
still
right?
there.
You are not Jazz Boy. Get out. You are not
Get out.
Jazz Boy. Leave. Leave. It's still in there.
Just make Jazz Boy 2.
I'm just making Jazz Boy stream. Alright.
So we're gonna move on to another topic now, because.
And obviously, remember that if you were in the last game, please do not join this one, because we're altering around for people.
Wait, is it open?
Just about to open. I'm going to make this one a new
Ah.
password this time.
Alright.
It's going to be
Oh.
3 digits this time. It's so crazy, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah,
my
Dim,
goodness.
you'd be able to join this match because it's different. And also, no one is being ignored. It's just quite hard to keep up with the chat at all times. We're trying to pick out the stuff that stands out the most. But yeah, I do see what you're saying. I don't think Hello Neighbor 2 Neighbor should be no. I think Scary Neighbor works better as the Hello Neighbor 1 model. Like, I stand by that. I'd like to
Oh,
see an art
exactly.
style
Yeah.
that is Hello Neighbor 1, but more... What's the word here? Hello Neighbor 2 is kind of like this, but it's very different. It's like Hello Neighbor 1, but more run down.
Yeah.
Like Hello Neighbor 2 is kind of like that, but obviously there's some pretty major changes and stuff. But I'd like to see Secret Neighbor almost have its own art style that is like Hello Neighbor 1, but you know, maybe a bit more high resolution and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I don't think it needs a Hello Neighbor 2 trees. I think it looks really stupid with them, no offense. I think it deserves its own high quality trees and bushes in its own time, but hell no to the Hello Neighbor 2 stuff. It doesn't fit.
Jazzy.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sending the password in here now. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, but my video premieres in like 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, how long have we got? I mean, we're almost at the end, kind of.
Yeah. So we
Right.
can just quickly address the last things on the list, or
Hold
if
on.
you can
When are you
do
going
a
to
bit
start
more
it?
chat things. Huh?
When are you going to start it?
Wait, what?
When are you... Your bloody premiere. When does it
Yeah.
start?
Okay, it starts off at 8:05.
Well, maybe
But-
buff it up 10 minutes, because I don't think we'll be done by
Yeah, but
then.
it's a countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
should I? Okay, I should. Yeah, okay,
I was gonna
whatever.
say-
I'll change it to 10.
Yeah, put it to either 10 or 15, because we need time to finish this.
Yeah, but there's a 5-minute countdown every time. So.
Oh, jeez,
yeah.
Melody. It has been a while. I have been streaming recently, but damn. It has been ages. How are
Wait,
things?
what?
Melody, I was a
Oh.
moderator. I mean, yeah, I was going to say, you'll remember her. Yeah, I was a
I'd really like
moderator
to
for
see
her
them
channel
increase
last
the
year.
lock number. It's so
Oh,
easy
yeah.
to find keys and then unlock the door.
Either less keys or more locks. You choose,
Yeah,
holograph, you choose.
yeah.
How do I change? Oh,
Good to
okay,
hear.
extra mirror.
God, it has been ages, jeez.
No, wait, that's the wrong thing. Shit. Wait, no, wait. Where do I forgot.
You
I
panicking?
forgot where I edit things.
You're right, Nate.
No.
Okay. Back to
Oh,
the...
here we go.
What were we talking about again? Oh, graphics overhaul, yeah. That was it.
Graphical.
Yeah, I
changes.
think Secret Neighbor having its own art style that's similar would be great. I was gonna say, yeah. It was great to see your channel success, though. Good job on that one. And thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh,
But
wow.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think Secret
What
Neighbor
do we
with its
do?
own art style would be great.
Secret neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where's
So,
the
yeah.
password now?
I posted it. I'm also going to post
Oh.
this in the chat for everyone to be able to see. There we go. But yeah, if you were in the last match, do not join this one. But if you want to rejoin and you weren't in the last match, you're open to join. Alright, is this
Right.
is
I'm
this
so
definitely new? Or
excited.
am I wrong?
No,
I
yeah.
think it is.
Alright.
No, but wait, I don't know. All these people I've seen in previous matches.
Is there anyone who hasn't joined yet that would like to join?
If you're gonna, if anyone lets you to join, type in the chat, and we'll maybe.
I mean, yeah. We
Oh,
can make a
we're
lobby
running
limited
games,
for
let's
people who
see.
haven't gotten in at all. Okay,
Dim.
Dim has gotten in once, but that is just once. So, yeah, that last match was chaos. We could do with some good ones. I think, judging by the time right now, we've probably got time for one or two more after this.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
It depends on how long the games are. The time limit is 15 minutes.
Alright, I'm
I
just
don't know.
making a slight... You know what, actually, right. I know this is weird, but I'm going to put the time limit to 10 minutes because we're kind of rushing here.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Alright, what I'm going to do
You know what,
is
I'll
just...
change my schedule. I'll change it to 15. I'll change to 15. I won't change it
Alright.
anymore.
Alright, I'm going to change over the current topic. I think that's the roadmap done, I think.
Yeah.
And now we can just have we can have a little roundup with just general changes we'd like to see. Because I've got one that I am so desperate to see, and that is have custom games be very customizable.
Yeah,
Like-
I want that.
Right now, custom games are just quick games for friends with some tiny changes. Custom games
Yeah.
should have like the ability to completely change up the way the game works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one of those features that I said, like you can change if the crossplay were to be added later in a later update or whatever.
Yeah, I know
you
what you're
can
gonna
have- So
say.
you can change. Yeah, so you can change.
So you can like choose what you want to matchmake with, whether you want Xbox and PS4 in your game, or maybe Nintendo Switch 2, or if you just want Steam, so you can do level editor. I think that would make
Exactly.
that would make sense, because then you could put it on strictly Steam and you'd gain access to add level editor into the thing. That'd
Yeah.
be good actually. But yeah, so custom games definitely. I think I wrote up a small list of settings I'd like to see. I think some interesting ones would be like the ability to have infinite stamina. This isn't a change, but I think that should be a default change. But I think the ability to turn off abilities, that sounded confusing, but yeah, so to turn off class skills to I think I would like to see that customizable so you can make it so kids are useless, but neighbor is still cool. The ability
I
to
saw-
have
yeah,
certain
there was.
parts of the house completely blocked off, and you have to like do, I don't know. Like, I feel like, for example, the greenhouse, the greenhouse has technically two entrances. You could have one of those permanently blocked off and stuff, so have just the ability to really customize the gameplay. I think having 3 to 6 locks is not enough customization. Until I see 25 locks on that door, I'm not impressed. A 25 lock, half an hour secret neighbor match. Alright, that's what we need.
That's that would be kind of crazy.
That's what this game needs, totally.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a key in every drawer you look in. If that's the case.
Well, that's true.
Who's throwing stuff?
And yeah,
at
I
me?
think just generally custom games could definitely
Oh
do
my
with an
God.
improvement. And yeah, and obviously this is just the end part of the stream where if you have anything you want to say, we will try and look a bit more just to add stuff in. 10 kids, 2 neighbor mode. I think it would probably have to be, I don't know. I mean, right. So I think it would probably have to be 8 kids and 2 neighbors, because, you know, what if one of those neighbors gets downed and it's 10 kids versus 1 neighbor? That sounds terrifying, even just thinking about it. Imagine that. You're the neighbour and there's just 10 Braves all in front of you, holding their
God.
baseball bats all menacingly. And at that point, you know you're going to get beat up.
If there's gonna be randomized things, maybe you can have.
Oh,
it so
yeah.
you can select only one class for every.
Just
every
seen a
player.
couple things. Change health for neighbouring kids, and yeah, brick doors. Yeah, brick doors were interesting because, like, obviously, like nowadays, keycard doors are always the same. But with blocked doors, it was like some games you'd be able to run straight into the hallway upstairs, and some you'd have to go through the downway path. It was definitely interesting. Yeah, that's what I
To
meant by
make
blocked
different
doors. I
routes.
meant like brick doors. So from the, I think they were last seen in the beta, or
Yeah.
or technically on Xbox full release. But
And once again, it's all about variety. To have that like random aspect of each match,
Yeah.
it just makes it more interesting.
like that's another
you know?
reason why I think your suggestion of having a random class per game is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because
'cause
like
you-
that way we
you
will have
know-
no longer scout mains, no more brave mains. Now you're just a player. Oh, Genix, no. Oh my god, yes.
Hey! Oh my god! I fell off the other side. Sorry if anyone dies.
It's okay, I'm falling off as well.
Found no key cards. No level 2 key cards.
Tradable skin. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by tradable skin, but I think multiple neighbors. I think nowadays
Who's that?
having like, oh my god, having a neighbor and a guest, I think would be really good. Butcher and guest. Imagine that.
That would be.
That would be
an
amazing.
absolute
Oh God.
Amazing.
The butcher hooks people from far away while the ghost goes up close with the leap ability to stun them.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, yeah, the guest could stun in the butcher hooks. God, there are so much. Okay, I think
What about a,
I could like
what
that
about
idea
a
now.
guest with a butcher hook?
Oh god, no, not one neighbor with all that. That would be
How did that just?
that would finally make the neighbor overpowered. Finally,
That would be the last straw.
yeah, more randomization would add a lot of replayability. Yeah, I agree with that. Random. I think just the ability to make every game different would it would stop people from getting burnt out as much because let's be honest, we all probably have our go-to strat for each map. Like for me, I go onto the roof for map 1, I go to the top room in the hallway of map 2. Like they need to make it so there's really a lot of variety and stuff. Also, this is
Yeah.
just like a slight thing, but I think we need more gates in every map to make not only the neighbor able to cut off players, but also
Yeah.
for Inventor to be able to have a better, use of his ability. But yeah, that's just a tiny little thing I want to add in there. Bear Trap is OP in the alpha since if someone stepped on it, they would slowly lose HP until they get down due to the alpha if you die. Oh yeah, I forgot you died back then. I definitely think, I mean, I know auto revive is kind of makes sense, but if they were able to balance HP a bit more, I definitely think the game would manage without it.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely think it makes more sense for the kids to die than the neighbor. That's what I'm gonna say here. Because the kids don't permanently kill the neighbor, whereas the neighbor would permanently kill the kids. Like, they are dead. So,
Yeah, like I often forget to change my class that I'm playing as at the end
Yeah.
of the game. So then, Sponky, please be nice.
he's chill. Very
Thank
nice
you.
of you.
So anyway, yeah, it's just going back to that random, like.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's
with.
that random.
You know what? I'm with Freg on this one. I think if we're getting more official maps, we need houses, not amusement parks.
Yeah.
We are not going for a fun fair. We are trying to save our friend from the neighbor. That's a good point. Why are we even in the amusement park? Did we get a bit cocky after saving Nikki and like, okay, we've got the hang of this. Let's do it. Let's go to the amusement park. Let's run into some bushes. I know. Like, how do you even get trapped in an amusement park? Really got to ask yourself. But yeah. Also, yeah. Hello,
Why do
Mount
you want to
New
get
Simon.
in the basement?
To save Nikki. That's the goal of the game.
Yeah, but what do you do once you're in there? You just trapped.
That's actually. Okay, no, we're not going into that detail. The stream will never end if we try that. That is a fair point. If the neighbor catches us, he takes us into the basement, so we technically still win. Well, let's be honest here. Technically still
That's
win.
true.
God.
We need to wait until the sequel of Secret Neighbor where we break out of the basement after getting
Yeah.
because inevitably we get stuck in the basement, surely.
Indeed. Also, can I just take a step in and to say a huge thank you to not only the amazing co-hosts, but everyone who's been here on the stream, because this has been a shit ton of fun.
Oh, it's been lovely. It's been a lovely time.
Absolutely. This is like definitely one of the greatest streams I've ever done.
Oh. Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
been amazing part of it, and in just chatting with everyone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
do
been amazing.
one more new lobby. I think we should be able to get that in time. Or actually,
Yeah, all right.
okay, maybe we'll do we can do a short game.
Okay.
Right. Password is because Nate said his thing has a timer at the start, doesn't it? Because it's a premiere timer. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm making one more. You know what? No password. Just join. Jazzboy stream. Join now.
Actually, Jazzy,
Mhm.
I just looked at my scoreboard. You know, this is completely unrelated to everything.
Just go
But
ahead.
On the Hello Neighbor fan game tournament, on the scoreboard thing, or the, you know, the layup of the
Oh, no.
tournament thing.
Not this guy, Jazzy.
It doesn't even let me kick him. Jesus Christ. You think he would have gotten the hit that no one wants him here by now?
No, but because we're doing alternative reality.
Oh, there's
versus
two lobbies
Forgotten
for the same
Memories.
thing.
And then if Forgotten Memories wins, that's gonna be Hidden Spirits versus Forgotten Memories. And it's like, okay.
Huh? Talk to me about okay. Talk to me about this afterwards because I don't understand what you're on about. We can.
No, but I'm just saying it's gonna be a tough matchup.
Don't assume which one is going to win it. It's fine. It's not fine. All right. Secret Neighbor 2. Oh God, no. Let me just double check this. If maps would generate randomly, God, that would be weird, but that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
I think that would work if the map that was procedurally generated was all indoors, because outside it would look a bit weird.
Yeah.
Unless they figured out a way to make it work.
Right, I'm just gonna make the Jazzboy lobby now. I'm gonna hit create,
Right,
join now. And if we get any hackers, I'm just not going to do another lobby. I don't
I'm just
really.
gonna die.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, look at that!
Really?
Would you look at that?
Yep. All right, this one's just getting a password.
Oh, that's actually so sad.
I know, right? Jazzboy stream.
Oh.
No
Oh,
hackers.
hello, dipshit.
Password. Huh? Oh wait, no, we're talking to him, weren't you? Right. There's the password. I'll reveal it on the stream in just a minute once these two are in. No, let's put it now, because hopefully that person isn't watching the stream.
How do you?
Enjoying fast.
They're probably
guys.
watching. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Good day to you.
Oh, that was good
Dude, they
timing.
synced.
That was in sync. Right, we're just gonna leave. This is the lobby. 10 minutes. Just do it now, quick.
Yeah, let's
Quick.
go.
Speed run. Everyone ready up immediately.
Absolute speed run. Everyone to tag glitch. No.
Game mode ID up. Flood. God, imagine that. The house floods.
Oh my God.
Come on, we're gonna
Floor
do
is
the
lava.
fastest secret.
That is something I think they should definitely. That would be a cool mod editor thing, like being able to make it so the house floods over time.
Oh,
Secret Neighbor
why
character
the thing
swimming.
disappear?
Oh,
Oh,
we
no,
got
it's
disconnected.
disconnected.
Hold on, was someone spamming the ready button? Was someone
No, I
spam
wasn't.
ready and unready? Because I
didn't.
found out. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, Dim, don't do that anymore because that glitches lobbies out.
Oh
I
my
learned
God, are
that
you kidding?
yesterday. Yeah, it basically gives everyone a connection error.
I've got no music in my thing now.
I don't know how
Well,
they
guys-
managed to make that a thing.
Like,
I
how
need
does
to go anyway. So
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to call the games there. I think
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
they're really trying to stop us from playing another game. The universe
Yeah,
is saying
it's like-
finish the discussion.
just like
Yeah.
that's enough. That's enough, Secret Neighbor for today.
We need time to wrap up the discussion, so yeah. I think just in general, I think this has been pretty great. And
Yeah, it's
yeah.
been amazing.
Oh yeah, I actually saw this as well. So yeah, this is a summer beta thing with this was in the summer beta trailer, but having the ability, well, no, having like surfaces and cupboards and stuff being kind of boarded up would be cool.
Yeah,
Because there are crowbars in the game, but they don't do anything.
we need that.
Same for wrenches actually. Like they could add it so like there's like ways to use all the tools in the match, like more item usability.
Yeah.
I think a cool thing for Inventor would be that it comes with a set of every tool at the start of the game.
Oh God, a floor is
Like
lava.
you can access them in like some bag or something. I don't know. Floor is lava. That's already a thing in Secret Neighbor, technically. You could already do that. There's lava floors in Level Editor. I've used them before and they're weird. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, it would definitely make it harder for the kids. I agree with that one. Cyber there. I agree.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that was definitely a good discussion. Enjoyed that a
Yeah.
lot.
That was really great. Now you can promote my video.
a kid class, which is basically just a... I just feel like that wouldn't fit in, having a class that's just about customizing clothes. Like, now that they've sold so many outfits, I think that just probably would be impossible, unless, again, they did make it so that all classes can use any outfit. But anyways...
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
we'll
will...
have to leave that there for today.
Yeah,
One more match. Wait, we don't have time.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't have enough time for another
sorry,
match.
Artie.
Yeah, I am sorry for that one. But yeah, thank you, Sponky, you too. But yeah, thanks to everyone who stopped by. This was a great stream. I think definitely after this, I 100% agree we need to make this a regular thing with us three.
Hey.
I loved this. So.
Have you set it to redirect? I don't know.
I'm actually literally, that's what I'm doing right now. I've literally just went onto your channel and found the video. So I'm just about to make it so it redirects. Right after this, I will be judging a couple fan games on Nate's channel. So if you want to watch that, I highly recommend it. I've just remembered.
Judge the most difficult matchup yet.
Oh yeah, I get to judge Nate's map. That's the fun part.
Yeah, it's
quite a...
I felt like this was a bit difficult. Because first of all, you got two good games going against each other, and then in the quarterfinals, you having then you having that good game go against.
Is Jazz British? Sorry, is Jazz British? Do I sound Australian? Do I? I am. Sorry, I'll just clarify. I am British, Japanese. No, I'm. Yeah, random's right. I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish. No, no. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
We had a ton of fun, and yeah, I hope to see you all in future streams and stuff. I don't think we'll do another one of these this month, but we could definitely do a Christmas edition after the winter update releases.
Oh,
that might be a good idea, like an end of year treat.
Oh,
but yeah,
be amazing.
But yeah, so serious thank you to everyone who stopped by, and obviously we had several special guests as well. We had Mad Eye Yokai at the start. That was great. So yeah, Scotland forever, 100%. But equality for all countries at the same time, because yeah, yeah. Thank you all for joining, and we'll all see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.
See you guys.
Goodbye.